So you mentioned you had an amazing swim. Tell me about that and how it set up your day.
Yeah, it was the best swim I've ever had. I think I ended up 3rd feet in the main pack. I shocked myself a little bit. My coach had seen it in the pool for a while, but I just hadn't translated that into racing. So obviously getting out, I could make choices then that normally I have to just catch up. Whereas, yeah, I guess I had a little bit more autonomy to make a few different choices, but it's a pretty big race to end up in a new position that you have no experience in, and so I guess I'll take a lot away from it.
Tell me about the bike crash.
Yeah, that was really unexpected, and I guess I have another level of respect for the winds here on the island. I did double guess before this happened with what I did end up doing, but basically I took a drink and had one hand on the handlebars, and as I came out of a cutout I got a crosswind and it just blew me off, and I pretty much dived to the ground. I had about a split second to choose. I think if you let it sink in too much you won't get up. I have had experience in crashing in races before and finishing the event, so I think maybe it's my nature and I just got straight back up. But yeah, I definitely had a moment just before I took the bottle. I did think, do I even need it? And I thought, I'll keep drinking, and I just didn't realise how close we really were to a quite significant cutout where there was quite some considerable wind on the other side.
So how do you get back on, you decide you're still racing, how do you kind of mentally regroup and get yourself back in the race? Because you still had a pretty fast bike.
Yeah, I guess the first reaction is to hustle. I had to try and get back to the position that I was in. I lost not a lot of time. I could sort of still see Annabelle and Danny up the road, so I just hustled first, and then next thing was to spend a fair bit of time trying to clean my wounds, seeing what sort of damage was done, thinking a little bit about what the impact would be then on the run, and then reassessing whether the bike had any damage that maybe later on would possibly cause a bigger problem. I guess during that time as well is to just think about still fueling and everything. I actually think about the 70-kilometre mark, so maybe 50. Yeah. Yeah.
So and then talk to me about on the marathon. You had a little bit of battling out there. Does it feel good to come away with 3rd?
Yeah, there was a lot of people running pretty hard for the podium, and I mean, what do you expect? It's Kona. But I sort of spent the first part assessing, is the accident causing any damage to my run? Because of the accident, I probably ate a lot quicker on the bike than I overcompensated with eating, and I didn't have any real solids or gels or anything like that towards the end of the bike, so I was on sports drink and I started to actually feel a little bit hungry. So when I got to the run course, I did sort of just settle myself and make sure I took on a lot of food and relax. But during that time, Heather hightailed up the road a little bit, and I thought maybe I thought I would still be okay. I was still sort of running what I knew was going to be okay, so I thought, well, let's just see what happens. I'd spent a bit of time this week practicing the last 10 kilometres. And so when I got there, I kind of felt really comfortable with sort of upping the pace a little bit. I mean, when I say upping, it's like upping the effort in not necessarily going much faster, but I did up the effort in the last section of the run, and thankfully I was able to hold the girls off. Kaiser was coming pretty hard as well, so yeah, that scared me a little bit.
So happy with 3rd?
Yeah, thrilled, yeah.
All right, congratulations.
Thank you.